This girl deserves the truth.
Because she deserves the truth.
Because we all deserve the truth.
These are the faces of women who say the American justice system has failed them for 20 years. In February, survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse used a Super Bowl advertisement to deliver a message. For months, they have been speaking out.
It's time you do is right by us. Unseal all the documents. We are requesting transparency.
Epstein was a wealthy financier who surrounded himself with some of the most powerful people on the planet. His circle included U.S. President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, former British royal Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Microsoft founder Bill Gates, and Tesla chief Elon Musk. Epstein hosted them on private jets at mansions in Palm Beach in New York and on his private Caribbean island. All have denied wrongdoing. None have been charged. Survivors say Epstein's network of wealthy and influential men is why Epstein got away with it for so long. Among his victims is Marina Lacerda, identified in court documents as minor victim number 1, a Brazilian immigrant who spoke publicly for the first time last year.
I was only 14 years old when I met Jeffrey. It was the summer of high school. I was working 3 jobs to try to support my mom and my sister when a friend of mine in the neighborhood told me that I could make $300 to give an older guy a massage. It went from a dream job to the worst nightmare.
What started as a way for a financially struggling teenager to help support her family became years of exploitation.
Jeffrey assistant Leslie Groff would call me and tell me that I needed to be at the house so often that I ended up dropping out of high school before 9th grade. And I never went back.
I live every day with PTSD. I live as a mother trying to raise my child while distrusting a world that has betrayed me. This kind of trauma never leaves you. It breaks families apart. It shapes the way we see everyone around us. But one thing is certain, unless we learn from this history, monsters like Epstein will rise again.
The first investigation began in Palm Beach, Florida, in 2005 after a 14-year-old girl's parents reported Epstein paid her for a massage. More underage girls came forward. A federal prosecutor drafted a 60-count indictment but never filed. Instead, then U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta negotiated a secret deal that granted Epstein immunity and his potential co-conspirators. The Department of Justice never told Epstein's victims about the plea deal. Epstein pleaded guilty to state charges of soliciting prostitution. He was sentenced to 18 months but allowed to leave his cell 12 hours a day. He served less than 13 months. Acosta was later appointed Labor Secretary by President Trump and resigned only after Epstein's arrest brought renewed scrutiny to the deal. Epstein abused girls in this state. The Florida prosecutor who let him walk got a cabinet job. And to this day, not one of his powerful associates has ever been charged. The only person behind bars is a woman. In 2019, federal agents finally arrested Epstein in New York and charged him with sex trafficking minors. Weeks later, he was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell. The medical examiner ruled it a suicide. His criminal case was closed. In a case about powerful men abusing underage girls, the only person serving time is Ghislaine Maxwell, the woman who helped Epstein recruit his victims. Maxwell is serving 20 years. In April of 2025, Virginia Giuffre, Epstein's most prominent accuser, who spent 15 years fighting for accountability, killed herself at age 41. Her family said the toll of abuse became unbearable.
I've personally lost all faith in our justice system. It is a system of injustice. There is evidence, there are co-conspirators. You can't have thousands of victims and have no other accomplices except for one. There's no effort, none at all, to prosecute predators in the Epstein cases, and it's devastating.
We need transparency. It's time for us to see beyond the curtain. Why was Jeffrey Epstein so protected? Who is still being protected?
Nitza, Soledad, Perez, CGTN, Miami.